In the small town of Willow Creek, Nebraska, under the heavy sky of November 2030, the Bluebell Diner stood as a weathered beacon on Main Street. Its peeling paint and cracked vinyl booths carried the scent of fried onions and stale coffee, a haven for truckers, farmers, and locals too rooted to leave. The jukebox, long silent, left the air thick with the hum of gossip, sharp and unforgiving. Willow Creek was a place where grudges festered, kindness was a rare coin, and trust was a gamble few took. Emma Hart, 29, moved through the diner like a quiet ghost, her presence soft but unyielding. Her chestnut hair, pulled into a messy bun, framed a face etched with exhaustion from endless shifts. Her hazel eyes held a steady resolve, her worn denim apron tied over a secondhand sweater and faded jeans. Her boots, scuffed from years of hustling, told her story of childhood shuffled through foster homes after losing her mother at 11, teaching her to guard her heart and keep her head low. Scraping by on $10 an hour and meager tips, she lived in a cramped room above the town's barbershop, dreaming of a used motorcycle to replace the one rusting in her landlord's yard. Yet, for 73 days, Emma had quietly served a silent boy a plate of pancakes, sausage, and juice, paying from her own pocket. He never spoke, just sat in the corner booth, reading a battered copy of Moby Dick. She didn't ask questions. She just brought the food, her hazel eyes calm, her heart a fortress against the town's scorn. The boy, about 14, was an enigma Willow Creek loved to tear apart. His dark curls hid pale skin, his blue eyes glued to his book, his oversized coat and heavy backpack marking him as an outsider. Locals called him the Stray, whispering he was a runaway or a thief. Probably scoping the place, a farmer muttered. Emma ignored them, setting his plate down gently, her actions a quiet rebellion. But the diner's regulars watched with narrowed eyes, their whispers cutting like knives. The tension simmered as a group of churchgoers, dressed in pressed Sunday clothes, turned their judgment into a public shaming. Charities for the offering plate, not here, hissed Clara Moore, a deacon's wife, her gold cross gleaming. You're making us look bad, snapped her friend, Lila Gray, a choir member. Their words sliced through the diner's hum, joined by nods and smirks. Clara posted a photo of Emma's frayed sweater online, captioning it, Willow Creek's fake saint. The post spread like wildfire, each comment a jab at Emma's dignity. Learned that do-gooder act in foster care, huh? A parishioner taunted, laughter rippling. Emma wiped a table, her eyes steady, but the weight of their hypocrisy pressed hard. On day 74, the diner's air grew heavier with new venom. The Bluebell had been sold to Vivian Cole, a sharp-tongued businesswoman from Omaha, her sleek suit and polished heels clashing with the diner's grit. She despised softness and waste, her voice barking orders like gunfire. Spotting Emma serving the boy, Vivian's eyes narrowed. She stormed over, heels clicking, and unleashed her fury before a crowd of regulars. "Think your Mother Teresa?" she shouted. "This is a business, not a soup kitchen." The diner went quiet, the regulars' eyes glinting with malice. Emma stood by the counter, voice soft but firm. "I just wanted him to eat something warm." Vivian sneered, tossing a receipt at Emma's feet. "Then pay for all 73 meals $8.76. The paper hit the floor, a slap to Emma's pride. The diner erupted in cruel applause, forks clinking, laughter rising. A trucker, Hank Riley, snorted, "Thinks kindness pays the bills." A cashier, Nora Tate, chimed in. "What's next, free coffee for every drifter?" Their laughter cut deep, but Emma didn't bow. She knelt, picked up the receipt, and reached for her purse. The shaming escalated as locals piled on. A group of council members, their suits crisp, called her a liability. "Feeding that kid invites trouble," growled Victor Lane, a councilman. His ally, Treasurer Ellen Marsh, posted a photo of Emma's worn boots online, captioned, "Willow Creek's embarrassment." The post exploded, each comment a dagger. Teachers at the counter sneered, "She's a bad example," one posting a video of Emma's apron, labeled, "Willow Creek's failure." Teenagers by the window mocked her, one tossing a napkin at her feet. "Clean it up, Saint," they laughed. Suppliers hissed she was bad for business, their posts branding her a leech. Emma's savings $8.80 for her dream motorcycle trembled in her hands as she counted out the $876. Vivian crossed her arms. "You're done, Hart. Get out." The diner cheered, Hank slamming his mug, Nora posting. Willow Creek's bleeding heart bled dry. Emma folded her apron, her eyes glistening but unbowed. The town's cruelty a suffocating storm. 2 days later, the Bluebell buzzed with its usual crowd, Vivian counting profits, Hank and Nora swapping jabs about Emma. The air shifted as 4 black SUVs screeched to a halt outside, kicking up dust. 6 men in tactical gear black vests, earpieces, sidearms strode in, their boots heavy. The diner froze, forks dropping, mugs stilled. A tall man, Agent Paul Mason from the Department of Defense, stepped forward, his voice cutting the silence. "Is Emma Hart here?" Vivian stammered, her confidence crumbling. A busboy fetched Emma from the dumpster out back, her sweater stained. She entered, wary but steady, as Mason handed her an envelope stamped with a federal seal. Inside, a letter read, "You saved my son." The boy was Liam Grant, 14, son of Captain Nathan Grant, a special ops soldier killed in Syria 3 months earlier. Orphaned, Liam had wandered Willow Creek, surviving on scraps until Emma's meals became his lifeline. Mason's voice broke as he read from Captain Grant's will. "Find her. Thank her. She's what this country should be." The diner's air grew heavy, faces paling. Vivian's briefcase slipped. Hank's mug shook. Nora's phone buzzed with her now toxic post. Mason knelt before Emma. "On behalf of my brother's memory and his son, thank you." The diner fell silent, the jukebox dead, Emma's apron a symbol of triumph. He turned to Hank. "You mocked her, but your trucking contracts are under review." Hank's face drained, his livelihood fading. Mason faced Vivian. "You fired her, but your business is a federal case." Her assets were frozen, her empire dust. He revealed a Pentagon-funded scholarship in Emma's name for foster youth, honoring her past. The diner's license was suspended, a news van capturing Vivian's retreat. Nora's job was gone, her post deleted. Mason's salute crowned Emma, her sweater glowing, her kindness a legend. She walked out, her boots silent on the gravel, the diner's sign flickering out as the SUVs vanished into the Nebraska dusk. Her story spread, a spark of hope in a cynical world, her name a beacon of silent strength. What moment hit you hardest, Emma's quiet defiance or the town's cruel shaming? Should Willow Creek's locals face harsher consequences, or is their public shame enough? Would you have stood up for Emma, or is it easier to stay silent in a town like that? Share your thoughts, like the story, and subscribe for more tales of hidden heroes.